Have you ever really thought about how a skill evolves? You know, how something as basic as joining two wires can completely transform over time? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to trace that path from the classic workshop bench right into the heart of our smart, automated world. It's a journey that shows how one simple skill can end up being the key to our entire future.
So what's the connection here? What's the thread that ties a simple hand-twisted wire joint to a massive, self-healing AI-powered smart grid? The answer? Well, it's an incredible story of evolution, and it's a story that really defines what it means to be a skilled professional today. And it all kicks off right here, in what everyone's calling the Smart Industrial Revolution, or Industry 4.0 if you want to get technical. And listen, this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. This is what's happening on factory floors and in our power systems right now.
And this is what it looks like in practice. We're talking about cyber-physical systems, which is a fancy way of saying everything is connected through the Internet of Things, the IoT. Just picture it. Machines that actually tell you they're about to break down. That's predictive maintenance. Or entire factories being built and tested in the virtual world as digital twins before a single piece of steel is laid. It is a completely new ballgame of intelligent operation. So, what's running in the background making all this magic happen? It's this whole new digital toolkit. You've got artificial intelligence optimizing everything. You've got cloud computing letting all these systems talk to each other. Of course, you need cybersecurity to lock it all down. And hey, even blockchain is getting in on the action to secure supply chains. This is the new language of the industry.
Okay, but before we get totally lost up in the cloud, let's bring it back down to earth. Because none of that digital wizardry means anything without a solid grasp of the physical world. It's all built on the foundation of the electrician's essential and absolutely timeless toolkit.
And where does it all start? Safety. Always. We're talking about PPE, personal protective equipment. You know, people often call it the last line of defense, but really, it's the first thing you think about. Before you connect a single wire, before you write a single line of code, you got to protect the person doing the work. Helmets, safety shoes, all of it. It's non-negotiable.
And that safety know-how has to be super specific. You can't just run and grab any old fire extinguisher. Is it a Class A fire with wood and paper or a Class E electrical fire? Because let me tell you, spraying water on an electrical fire is a recipe for disaster. Knowing to grab the CO2 or dry powder extinguisher, well, that's not just a rule. That's life-saving knowledge.
And this is where you really see the craftsmanship. I mean, even a tool as simple as a file takes a deep level of understanding. You'd use a rough or even a bastard-grade file to chew through metal quickly, but for that perfect, high-precision fit, you need a dead smooth file. See, the point is, this isn't just about muscle, it's a science. Choosing the wrong grade can mean the difference between a perfect job and a piece of scrap.
And that precision, it starts before you even think about making a cut. On a rough piece of metal, a simple whitewash might be all you need to mark your lines. But on a finely finished surface, you're going to use something like Prussian blue to get those incredibly sharp, accurate lines. It just goes to show you, meticulous planning is baked into this trade from the very start.
Okay, so we've got the physical tools down, we've got the safety mindset. Now, let's build a bridge. Let's go from the physical stuff to the electrical principles that make everything from a simple light bulb to a whole smart factory actually come to life.
And right at the heart of everything electric is the battle of AC versus DC. You've got direct current. Think of a battery, where the electricity flows in one steady direction. But then you have alternating current, the stuff from your wall outlet, which switches direction back and forth. Now, why is that so important? Simple. AC voltage can be easily cranked up or down with transformers. That makes it way more efficient for sending power over long distances. That one little advantage is why our entire grid is built on AC.
So how do we actually put that power to work? It all comes down to two basic setups, series and parallel circuits. In a series circuit, the current stays the same through every part. In a parallel circuit, it's the voltage that stays the same. I want you to think about this. Every complex electrical system you can possibly imagine is just a clever combination of these two fundamental building blocks. That's it.
All right, now for the really cool part. Let's bring everything together. We've got the hands-on skills, we've got the core electrical principles. What happens when you smash those together with the digital brain of the smart revolution? You get the new digital mandate. This is what's required of a modern technician.
And here's the bottom line. Cybersecurity is not just for the IT department anymore, not by a long shot. When your factory floor is one giant network, the technician running it is no longer just a fixer. They are the first line of defense for our most critical infrastructure.
A network bug can be just as dangerous as a frayed wire.
So yeah, the vocabulary is changing. Technicians today need to understand things like a DMZ, a demilitarized zone, to keep networks separate. They need to know about VLANs or virtual LANs to chop up their networks for security. This is the new shop talk. And in this world, a firewall is every bit as important as a fire extinguisher.
And here's the payoff for learning all this new stuff. AI is not here to replace the technician, it's here to give them superpowers. Seriously, instead of just grabbing a multimeter, now they're using intelligent algorithms that can spot a fault before it even happens. They're using systems modeled on the human brain, neural networks, to balance power across the grid in real time. These are some seriously powerful new tools for the toolbox.
So, with all this change flying around, how do you even begin to navigate a career? Well, the answer is you have to stop just following a path and start actively engineering it. You have to build your career with purpose.
I absolutely love this quote. It totally reframes the idea of learning, doesn't it? You're not just sitting in classes. You are literally building a personal language, a set of skills that proves you know your stuff, not just to your boss, but to the very machines you work on and the regulators who oversee your industry. It's such a proactive, powerful way to think about your own growth. And when you take that proactive approach, you start to see these really clear pathways open up. The journey might start with an apprenticeship, which leads to skilled employment. And from there, it could even lead to entrepreneurship, to starting your own company. The opportunities for growth are absolutely there for anyone willing to keep learning and adapting.
So, we're going to end right back where we started, but this time, the question's for you. Thinking about everything from basic safety and hand tools all the way up to AI diagnostics and cybersecurity, what does your career curriculum look like? Are you building the diagnostic language that you're going to need for tomorrow?